and welcome back to the Crypto Saving Expert Morning News Show, where we keep you up to date with the latest cryptocurrency news and cryptocurrency prices so that you know what's going on within the market. Now, unfortunately, I am still full of cold, so don't mind me, but I'll try and be a bit more composed than yesterday. I kept having to go off and blow my nose in yesterday's stream. Hopefully that won't happen today, but we'll see how we get on. Let's check the live chat before we start. Evening from Australia. That's really cool. And somebody said, hope there's been no monster drinks and some relaxation exercise before this, Jazz. I feel like I've got a bit better. The first ones were a bit nerve-wracking, but I'm a lot more relaxed now that I'm a bit used to the format of these and what's going on. Let's take a look at the price of Bitcoin to start today's stream. We're at $17,000 on the dot, and Ethereum is at $1,210. So we've seen a bit of a dip in the price of Bitcoin. Before we take a look at the chart though, don't forget to drop some questions in the chat. So at the end of today's video, we can run through those questions and answer some of those for you. Let's take a look at the price of Bitcoin. So in the last 3 hours, we've seen a dump from $17,500 down to $17,000. And the MACD on the 1 hour chart is showing there is bearish momentum, but the RSI is showing that we are extremely oversold down at 25. Now, hopefully we see in my predictions, I don't want to create some bearish news, but there's bearish news on the way today, and we have seen a big dump. So I'm not expecting to see a pump for the rest of the day, but that is only my opinion. Obviously, you have to take into consideration all of these facts for yourself and make your own opinions, but that's what I'm thinking for the rest of the day. I wouldn't be entering a short position at this point because we have already seen the start of this dump, and I don't know how much further it could go. We may just see some sideways action, or we may see some slow downwards movement. I'm just not expecting us to immediately retrace this, but that is my own analysis. Let's take a look at the news. So, former FTX exec alerted Bahamian authorities that SBF was diverting customers' funds. Now, I believe this was just around the time that withdrawals stopped. Before FTX's bankruptcy, the authorities in the Bahamas, where the crypto exchange was headquartered, had learned from a former FTX executive, Ryan Salam, that SBF was diverting customers' funds to shore up his trading company, Alameda Research. On November the 9th, a day after the company exchange had suspended withdrawals, he wrote to the Securities Commission of the Bahamas and that customer funds from FTX were being channeled over to Alameda's losses. So that is a huge piece of news from inside FTX themselves. And this disclosure, upon the disclosure, the Bahamian security regulators said it requested the Financial Crimes Investigation Branch of the nation's police force to investigate the situation at FTX Digital Markets, the local operating entity of FTX. And within this article, I think you can see that 2 people actually had access alongside SBF to make that transfer from FTX into Alameda Research's pockets. But now, obviously, on the news that SBF was arrested a couple of days ago, Bitcoin did a nice little pump. Now we are seeing this dump from all of this Binance FUD. But SBF is secured in jail and is expected to stay there until February 2023 before any more hearings. Back to the chat, Hamzak, hello. Was waiting for the update. Yep, every day at 11 a.m. Well, Monday to Friday at 11 a.m. we keep up with the latest news. So if you want to see more of this, make sure to like and subscribe and press the bell notifications so that you don't miss out on these updates. I think it's a really good way to start your day if you are getting ready this morning, or someone from Australia was ending their day in the evening, just to keep you up to date with the latest news. Moving on to the next article, we are coming for you. The Department of Justice warns crypto scammers in fresh indictments against 9 people. The US Justice Department unsealed charges against 9 people for alleging ripping off investors in crypto Ponzi schemes. Now, this is what we want to see in the markets. We don't want to see scammers getting away with things. We want to see an industry that can blossom without these scammers, without people like Sam Bankman-Fried. We want to have a good, healthy industry in order for it to grow. So on Wednesday, the US Justice Department issued a new warning to all cryptocurrency scammers saying, "We are coming for you." The message comes as the agency unsealed charges against 9 people for allegedly defrauding unsuspecting investors through crypto Ponzi schemes. The Justice Department accused the culprits of siphoning off thousands of dollars from investors of their projects, namely Icom Tech and 4Count, the luxury and expensive items including cars and real estate. With high-end clothes and cars, these individuals are alleged to have presented a life of luxury to potential investors, but instead of a lucrative investment opportunity, the victims were fleeced of their savings and left with nothing to show for it. Icom and 4Count were flaunted to investors as cryptocurrency mining and trading platforms. However, according to the Justice Department, none of the projects engaged in these activities, and new inflows from unsuspecting investors were used to repay existing investors. Now, it is a huge Ponzi scheme. At some point in 2018, when investors began experiencing issues in withdrawing their funds, both projects started issuing proprietary crypto tokens to the investors on promises that the price of the cryptocurrencies would increase significantly because companies would use them for payments. However, those were mere promises, and the price of cryptocurrencies never increased but constituted more losses to the investors. So the authorities are trying to come after people that are creating Ponzi schemes like this so that it can't happen again in the future. Now, because cryptocurrencies are heavily unregulated, this is something that is within the market at the moment and something that the authorities need to create regulations against. Now, regulations are a really hard topic within cryptocurrency because a lot of people don't want them. We want to be able to continue with transparency, but that we need some regulation in place so that things like FTX can't happen again and things like this can't happen. It's just completely unfair to the unknowing investors. Taking a look back at the chat, seems like everyone's dropping some questions in. Icom Tech sounds like a company FX style would run. Make sure to drop some questions in here for the end of today's stream so that we can run through some questions to finish off the live stream. And don't forget to like and subscribe and press the bell notification button. And also, if you want to help, make sure to go over to our Twitter profile and like and retweet that tweet that I've just put out about this live stream so that more people can join us in the chat and get involved with us today. Now, let's carry on for the next article. Game over for SBF. Yeah, Hamzak. On to the next article. Binance integrates its futures trading platform with TradingView. So this is actually some really good news for people. I was quite interested in this. So this basically means that people can trade with their Binance account directly through the TradingView platform. Now, for those that have made trading bots or things like that and backtested that on TradingView, that means you don't have to then go and make it into an actual program. Instead, you can just activate your bot through the TradingView systems, and that's really useful. I think it's called PineScript, the coding platform on TradingView, so you could make your own trading bot, or you could just click buy and sell directly on the TradingView platform after you've done your analysis of the charts, and it just makes it a much easier system to do. In the past, I've looked into this platform and different ways you can do that, but the exchanges that were linked to TradingView weren't any that I had interest in using. But now that they've got Binance on there, it may be something that I will do in the future and something that I may actually run my trading bots through. Jordan, I am full of cold. I apologise. Hopefully by Monday I'll be feeling a little bit better and you won't be hearing me sniffle through the video. Moving on to the next article here. Telegram for crypto beginners. Telegram is becoming increasingly relevant in the crypto industry. Because of this, those involved in crypto must have a strong grasp of the platform. This article will introduce Telegram and show you a way around this up and coming platform. Now, it's really interesting actually. I was speaking to someone about Telegram the other day and they were like, no one really uses Telegram. I was like, everybody uses Telegram in the crypto space. Telegram is the most used social media platform that I use in Telegram to keep up to date with different people within the space. So I think it is a very cryptocurrency based platform. So that's a really useful article for people. Moving on, the Creditor offers troubled Bitcoin miner Core Scientific $72 million to avoid bankruptcy. The United States-based financial services company B. Riley has offered embattled Bitcoin mining firm Core Scientific $72 million to fix its debt issues and avoid bankruptcy. According to a press release, B. Riley made this offer in an open letter addressed to Core Scientific shareholder and lenders seeking to provide liquidity and avoid a potential unnecessary and value-destructive bankruptcy proceeding. Recall that Core Scientific disclosed in October that it was running out of cash reserves and was considering bankruptcy if its financial condition did not improve by the end of the year. The distressed company said its operations had been greatly affected by the prolonged bear market, a spike in energy costs, increased competition, and ongoing legal proceedings with bankrupt crypto lender Celsius Network. Now, honestly, I expected mining companies to be a bit more prepared for a bear market. A bear market isn't something we haven't seen before, but obviously with the up in electricity costs and with platforms like Celsius going down, that's going to have the major effects on mining companies. But this is something that we would have expected in the market. Moving on to the next article, we have crypto community probably cheering Sam Bankman-Fried's arrest. Now, I think that was clear by the look of the Bitcoin chart after the news broke. We saw a nice pump on the Bitcoin chart when the news came out. And the founder and chairman of crypto investor and game developer Aminoca Brands Corporation believes that many in the digital asset industry are relieved and welcome the arrest of SBF. He explained that SBF's arrest allowed for the fallen CEO separation from the entire sector, and that is completely agreed by me. And he believes that it allows the industry to heal. When we see bad actors like this getting taken out of the space, it just is a huge win for the community, because we can then continue to build a platform and industry that has good actors in the space. Moving on to more about FTX. FTX Saga caused fewer losses than previous crisis in 2022. So we've seen a lot of crises in the crypto space this year. A study by blockchain analytics firm Chainalysis revealed that the amount of losses investors incurred due to the bankrupt crypto exchange FTX's Saga is far less than those recorded due to similar events earlier this year. So we've seen Celsius go bankrupt. We've seen BlockFi. We've seen Three Arrows Capital. And these have all had a huge effect on the space. My eyes are streaming from my cold. These have all had a negative effect on the space. And when the things first started to happen, like when UST depegged, we saw huge effects on the industry. But by the time FTX came around, yes, it had a very bad effect on the space and a lot of people lost a huge amount of money. But I think it would have had an even bigger effect if it was at the time of UST depegging. I think because it was the fifth or sixth negative thing to happen in the space in the peak of a bear market, it didn't have as big of an effect if it would have done if it was at the start, at the peak of the bull market. So that is what this article basically outlines. And the FTX investor impact totaled $9 billion in losses. Now, that's not me saying that it wasn't a big problem at all. It is a huge problem for the space. But I'm just pointing out that because the only reason it has had less of an effect is because it's so far down the line of different things. And people already had a very negative opinion about the markets before this took place. Someone has said, got to say, Crypto Saving Expert is amazing. Keep up the great work helping the industry. Thank you very, very much. Please make sure to spread the word about us because our site is going live in the new year and is looking very, very good. I've been working on it over the last couple of days. I've taken a look at the site, had a little preview, and it looks amazing. So make sure to put your email address in at cryptosavingexpert.com so that you can get our weekly newsletters on a Tuesday at 11 a.m. and so that you can be one of the first people to use the site, because honestly, it will be your one-stop shop for cryptocurrency. Moving on to the next article, Donald Trump launches NFT collection on Polygon for only $99 each. Former US president unveiled today a new NFT trading card collection featuring the amazing art of his life and career. Each NFT will retail for only $99. I'm going to take a pause for a second just to blow my nose. And we are back. Hopefully, I'm not feeling too bad on Monday, so we can start the week off to a good start and you're not just watching me sniffle away. Moving on to this article though, the 45th US President Donald Trump announced today via his social media platform Truth Social that he was launching a new NFT trading card collection. And the NFT collection launch comes less than a day after he shared a video clip of him as a superhero, stating that he would soon make a major announcement on Truth Social. Each Trump digital trading card to retail at only $99. The new official Donald Trump digital trading cards, that's a mouthful, will feature the amazing art of his life and career. He's tweeted, "Major announcement, my official Donald Trump digital trading card collection is here. These limited edition cards feature amazing art of my life and career. Collect all of your favorite Trump digital trading cards, very much like a baseball card, but hopefully much more exciting. Go to collecttrumpcards.com and get your cards now. Only $99 each. Would make a great Christmas gift. Don't wait, they will be gone, I believe, very quickly." I think we can all make our own opinions on this. It's a very strange move from Donald Trump, but we've not seen a strange move. We've seen many strange moves from him before. Moving on to the next article, Binance reserves are not showing FTX-like behavior. This is the positive news about Binance that we've been hoping for. We've seen so much FUD about Binance over the last couple of weeks, and we've just seen a lot of FUD about centralized exchanges in general after FTX, but Binance has really been under the limelight this week. So let's take a look at this. CryptoQuant has scrutinized Binance's reserves on chain and concluded that they are not showing FTX-like behavior at this point. The team at CryptoQuant, one of the leading on-chain data and analytics providers, has dug deep into the proof of reserves report shared by the lending platform the leading crypto exchange Binance. The words that I said then were not the words that I was reading. Binance customer balances collateralized at a 101% ratio. Binance has a clean reserve. So this is all looking positive, and they've said it's not FTX-like behavior with Binance reserves. In addition, CryptoQuant said that on-chain data suggests that Binance's ETH and stablecoin reserves are not showing FTX-like behavior at this point. The team explained that the growth of reserves on Binance seemed more organic, with fewer fluctuations than those observed with FTX. They pointed out that the Sam Bankman-Fried-led exchange had many inflows and outflows to non-FTX wallets, and its reserves had dropped significantly days before its eventual collapse. Furthermore, since FTX filed for bankruptcy, Binance's BTC reserves have increased by 4%. But those of Ethereum and stablecoins have decreased by 6 and 15% respectively. Of course, we are not implying that the erratic movements automatically mean an exchange is not well collateralized, but it can tell us something about their wallet management practices and the difficulty for on-chain data providers to make a better estimation of reserves, the CryptoQuant team added. Reserves that move in an orderly fashion give us more confidence. We should continue to monitor Binance reserves lows. So now that Binance are being more transparent, we can make these assumptions for ourselves without having to just put all of our trust into CZ. But we did have an article earlier this week on the channel. I'll see if I can find that now, discussing somebody that had been in the SEC for over 18 years, I believe, and they'd seen the transparency provided by SBF, and he had some questions that were raised. Let me see if I can find that now. It was quite an interesting article. We did cover it earlier this week. While I look for that, anybody drop some questions in the chat so we can answer those questions at the end of today's video. I might sneeze. Oh God, hopefully I am feeling better next week. No, I can't find it for now. I'll pull it up for the next live stream we've got. But Binance being more transparent allows us to make our own conclusions about the site, and therefore means we can make more informed decisions. Somebody said, in CZ we trust. We do believe that CZ is a good founder, and he's very in touch with the space and keeps us up to date with what's going on. So I have trust in CZ right now. Enjoy your Christmas lamb sip. I know, hopefully I'll be feeling better for Christmas, but seems to be something going around, and it seems that everyone's ill for about 3 weeks, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen to me. That seems like everything in the chat. Anybody would like to drop some questions, let me know. Jerome Paul's laughing probably at my speech mishap. That seems like all for today. Let's check back on the price of Bitcoin. We're at $17,020 and Ethereum is at $1,212. So Bitcoin's up $26 since we started this live stream. I think that's been a trend over the last week. We've had a nice little increase in Bitcoin every time we do a live stream, so maybe we should do these more often. But that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and push the bell notification button, and share this, and go over to our Twitter and like and retweet if you really would like to help me and help us with Crypto Saving Expert, that would be great. Thank you very much for watching.